Okay, so I told you guys I was probably going to do a movie review, and I was right, because that's what I'm about to do right now. And if you were wondering, I'm going to show you what movie that is. If you follow me on Instagram, you're probably already going to know this answer, but you probably don't. So, that's in there, my money. Okay, this, let's not pay attention to where I live, even though if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that, because it says that on here. But I'm still considered a child, because I'm 12. But, if you look here, this is the movie I'm going to be reviewing. You can see, I know you can. Yeah. It's mostly just formatted as Getaway, though. And I just got back from it, and it is currently 12:22 at night. It's the next day. It ended at like 11:40 something, because I went to the latest one because I had to. My hair is all weird because this hat is like making it fly out. But wow. I will never look at a car the same way again. So I'm going to show you something like that make you recognize exactly what movie this is. And do not judge me, because some of the things I'm about to say in this, I'm going to have an explanation for why I said that. Because there's going to be a story that I need to tell after. Because some people don't understand. Like my dad, who doesn't understand. He's went to the movie with me because nobody else in my house is going to go to that with me at 10 o'clock at night. Because right now it's just my sister, and then me and my mom, and my dad. So, nobody's gonna go to that type of movie with me right now. But I'm going to show you a picture of the thingy, but it's kind of edited because, again, it's on my Instagram, it's on my phone. So, you see, I want you to see it, but I don't think you can. Can you see it? I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I don't think you can. Let's try this, though. It's like, you can't see it right now because my phone is shiny. And this is not. Let me try to get you to see it. Sorry that this is so long. I haven't even started the review yet, and it's already 3 minutes in. Don't get bored. Don't click off. This is going to be interesting, I promise. But you might think that my point of view on this will be a little bit towards one side, because and this is, if you didn't know, a DOL hat, and this is a DOL, and I'm wearing DOL pants, I have a DOL bag, but that was for the movie though. Can you see it now? There we go. I just dimmed my screen. So there's that. I posted. But my phone's not actually that bright. I don't know what to say about the movie. I'm trying not to spoil it for you, but there were cars. There were explosions. They were in Bulgaria. Selena's character doesn't have a name. She has a name, but we just don't know it. And I wish we did, because I would make that name be a character in my book. The main character is, they call him Mr. Magnum. That guy. They call him that. That's the guy that's the guy Ethan Hawke plays. And I'm pretty sure some of you are going to be like, well, of course you're going to like that movie, because you're a Selena tour, and Selena tours love all of that type of stuff. Shame on you. That's not why I like the movie, but she was pretty awesome, and my dad did say some very judgmental things about her, And I said no, and I thoroughly explained to him why, because I'll tell you about that at the end. But that movie was great. I highly advise you see it. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, go do that right now. Then you'll know that I think very highly of that movie. I stated in an Instagram post that it was basically one of the best movies I will watch all year, because I just think it was that good. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time I was on movies, wondering what was going to happen. It wasn't one of those movies where you're like, oh, I already know that what's going to happen. There were many, like, near-death experiences, people getting shot, things exploding, like, in their face, and somehow they just kept going. Like, that movie was the ultimate hostage situation. Like, I couldn't wrap my head around it, and I was, like, shaking, like, I could feel my muscles shaking, and I wasn't controlling it. Like, that's how I know that I like a movie, is because I'll, like, be shaking, like, just, like, oh, like, I can feel myself shaking, because I just think it's so good, and I'm just like, oh, what's gonna happen, like, because you don't know. With that movie, it's not one of those things that you just know. You don't know. And I love that when it's in movies. But I also like the fact that it wasn't too overly, like, but it was just the right amount of it. I loved it so much. Like, my dad, before we went, he's like, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. I don't think it's gonna be good. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. And he's like, you're just saying that because it's Selena movie. That's the thing. People tell me stuff like that. Like, when I think highly of a movie that has her in it, that's ultimately what people say to me. Is they're like, oh, you only think that because it's a Selena Gomez movie. And I want to punch them in the face. But then I kind of explained to my dad, no, that's not why it's going to be a good movie. It's going to be a good movie because it has a good plot, and it's good. Like, you can't justify a movie, like, being good just based by the people who are in it. I will warn you, though, there was some kind of rude language. So if you're sensitive to that type of stuff, I wouldn't, like, watch that too quickly, like, jump too far in it, because I'm going to warn you. But that was, like, that was amazing. That was really great. I love it when I can go watch a movie and be on the edge of my seat and not know what's going to happen next. Like, afterwards, I had to just take a deep breath because I was so giddy. I'm like, I want to go see it again. I want to see it again and again and again and again. And very few movies make me like that. Make me just be smiling, but be, like, horrified and be happy at the same time. It's like giving me too many mixed emotions. Not many movies can do that. They just can't. So, obviously, I think highly of this movie. And my dad goes on Flickster. I don't even know what the heck that is. I'd, like, heard of it, but he has an app for it. And he said they gave it, like, 2% or something. And so this is why I get into the story. So that was kind of like the review part of this. But now I'm going to get into the story. So we got into the car after watching the movie, and I start telling, like, how good it was, and, like, I posted the thing on Instagram, and my dad, again, tried to bring up the fact that I only liked it. Like, he said he didn't think it was going to be good, and I asked him first thing, I'm like, was it worth it? Because that's what he said. He said, I don't think it's going to be worth it. And I said, was it worth it? He said it was good. And I'm just like, exactly. And then he tried to, like, justify it. You can't go say something's good and then go justify it. That's not, especially when you're talking to me, because I know things. I know things like the character in that movie knows things. So, basically, then he tried to say again, I only liked it because it's a Selena Gomez movie. That's not why. And then he tried to say that people are only going to go watch it because she's in it. That's not why people are going to go watch it. It's not. I'm sorry, like, no matter how big of a fan you are of somebody, if you don't want to go see that movie, you're not going to see it just because they're in it. Why would you do that? Why would you do something like that? If you know you're not going to like the movie, just because they're in it doesn't mean that you're automatically going to like it. That's not what happens. That's just not how life works. This is going to be pretty long, because this story has a lot of details, because it gets me angry when people say stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, all these teenage fan-based celebrities, like Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber and One Direction and Taylor Swift, they're only going to get publicity because people are going to go watch their stuff. And I go, for one, 3 out of the 4 people you just listed have never been in a movie unless it's like a documentary about them. Selena doesn't have a documentary about her. She doesn't. Like, I like those people sometimes. I like Taylor Swift, but I like those people sometimes, but he's trying to compare people who are singers to a person who's a triple threat. No. Like, out of a lot of the teenage-based celebrities, Selena's one of the only people that can say that she's a triple threat, because she is. It's been stated before that she is a triple threat because she has 3 different lines of work. She has her fashion line, and her perfume thing. She has movies, she has acting, and she has singing, and she wins awards all the time for all these things. And there's very little people who have that much to back them up on. And I respect her for that. Like, I'm not really as obsessed, like, I used to be properly, thoroughly obsessed with her. Like, pictures, like, you see how there's spaces on my wall? There was no space. It was just all posters of her everywhere. But I, like, got away from that a little bit. And I feel like they're trying to drag me back in now. She's trying to drag me back into that. I can feel it. Because now I'm getting, like, passionate again about this. And I stopped doing that, but I still, like, I can't ever steer away from an obsession. It will just spark back up again. Fuck. Wait. It'll just spark back up again at the slightest mention. It just... There we go again. Here we go again. Because that's just how I'm wired. Like, I can't invest a whole bunch of time into one thing and then have it just gone because I found something else. I can't do that. It's always going to come back. You have to always expect it to come back. This is probably going to be like 20 minutes long. But there's just too many. There's so many things that I could say right now about people who say things and try to compare other celebrities to other celebrities, because I don't like that. Every celebrity is known for something different. That's why they're so popular. Okay? Don't try to compare one to another. Don't try and say this one's trying to be like that one. No. They're all different, and that's why they have popular. That's why they're popular. And there's people who don't like that. People who don't like what they do. And I also don't really care for the people who are fans who say you're just jealous of them. It's not why they do stuff like that. I don't like when people leave huge comments about, all the reasons you should hate this person and how their fan base is stupid. Why? Like, this is gonna be kind of like a rant now, more than a review, because I just can't fathom people who do stuff like that, or people who say that they're just jealous. It's not because they're jealous, it's because they genuinely don't like that thing. But why, like, I get everyone has their own opinion, but why would you need to do stuff like that? Like, does it make you feel better inside? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Because maybe you like this one thing, and if somebody said, oh, well, they're not like this, they're not how I want them to be, so I don't like them. And I'm going to state it to everyone that I ever have known in my entire life, why they shouldn't like them too. That's like forcing your opinion on other people. And then when those people that you're saying that to try and force their opinion on you, you get angry at them. Like, I don't understand why that's even necessary at all. At all. Like, if you don't like it, then why are you even looking at it? Why are you even there? If you already know you don't like it. It's going to be 16 minutes of me ranting. But I just can't fathom that. I can't. Like, and then I'll try, but sometimes, like, I'll do that too. I'll try and, like, prove why this person's great to people. But why are they trying to prove to me that they're not? Why are they trying to, why does anybody do that? Just let them like that thing. Just let them do it. You don't have to tell them that that's wrong, that they like that thing. It's like somebody saying, oh, you like apples? I don't like apples. You're wrong. Let's exclude you from everything. Let's just walk away, and let's tell you how horrible you are and how horrible that person, that thing that you like is. Why is that even necessary? I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But it is currently, it's been a while since I started this video. Well, I think that's all I can say for now. I didn't even finish the entire story. Because it was actually kind of ironic. Because as I was ranting to him, ranting to my dad about why I don't like that he said that, one of her songs started playing and I blasted it so loud. Well, Avia over and